Okay, so I approached this project by creating a Google Classroom. My goal when I finish school is actually to be a teacher to eighth grade. History is really kind of my target, so I really felt like I could take this as a really good chance to figure out how I would approach this as a teacher. And by doing that, I created a Google Classroom, and I love Google Classroom because it lets me do a lot of different things to kind of help make sure that the students really understand the lesson that we're working on. So, my topic Was there a British conspiracy to prevent the annexation of Texas? And that is a really interesting personal topic for me just because I'm from Texas. So, Texas history and remember the Alamo is something I was taught as a young child. But I did start this course with a background video using Crash Course because it's a really good, quick, informative video to kind of help students understand the setup, which would be really handy if we're going to be doing a deep dive into certain topics of it. To kind of have a good background understanding is a great way to do it. And then I used a PowerPoint to create a more detailed about the annexation of Texas. And we're talking about the diplomacy, the politics, and the intrigue of Manifest Destiny and how the different dynamics between, at that exact moment, 3 different countries, almost 4, were playing into the annexation of Texas. And the question was really, truly, did this conspiracy plot against the annexation of Texas change the balance between the North and the South in the United States? And I kind of covered the situation before from what we had in our book. And just to get a really quick understanding, I've also got little footnotes, which in the notes on my PowerPoints will actually tell you the sites where they came from. And then I've got some pictures because it's always handy with 8th graders to give them visual as well as words. So you can kind of see San Antonio Plaza and the Alamo at the background. And then a really quick overview of what Texas meant going into the Union as either a slave state or an anti-slave state, a free state, and how other countries like Britain were involved with the abolitionist movement and really kind of wanted to keep Texas as more of a republic and a free state, well, free country as a republic instead of a slave state in the Union. Another picture, University of Texas. And then a detail of Britain's involvement, which goes back to when Mexico declared their independence from Spain and the importance that Britain had over Mexico's ability to create its own country and the financial investment that was put there, as well as the political investment as well. A little bit on Manifest Destiny, and then why Texas was needing assistance and why they were even debating becoming a state instead of staying a free republic. And, there it is. And then I kind of want my students to take a look. I've got 2 letters, one from President John Tyler to the Senate, and then another one from the Earl of Aberdeen, who is the British Foreign Secretary of State. And he's writing to the British Texas Foreign Liaison. And it's dictating kind of the different situation going on between Texas and Mexico and Britain and Mexico and how their impacted interests are connected. And the letter from John Tyler to the Senate is also talking about why it's important for the United States to have Texas join them and what that is going to help protect. And there's a lot of concern about a war on 3 fronts. They're still fighting for their independence from Britain, even though it's been almost 75 years. There is a worry, especially as Britain is right there with Mexico at the base and they've got power at Canada, and they're worried that if they don't annex Texas, they are going to be opening themselves up for a 2-pronged attack from Britain. But I want the students to be able to kind of look at those letters and look at the information that's been given to them and tell me about what they feel if there's a British conspiracy to prevent the annexation of Texas. And they can absolutely work in partners or by themselves, but the great thing about Google Classroom is they can create a document in Google Docs and they can edit it among the other classmates, and it can be a big partner event or group project without it feeling like it's one person is or isn't doing all of the work. So I really like this setup, and I really liked this project because it let me explore how these students are going to be able to do their work and what they're going to be able to get from this project.